have, I think, priorities, and
Mhm.
because everybody wants to feel connected. Everybody wants
Right.
to feel connected on a deep level. Everyone wants to
Mhm.
know that they're the deepest one connected to you. If you're the
Mm.
life partner, like
Mm.
you're not sharing more deeper secrets with somebody else than with
Mm.
you. So you want to feel like you have the deepest connection. But then you have to also know when somebody still likes to have their individuality and not expose 100% of something to somebody else.
All right.
Um, and I mean, that's just myself, how I felt
Mhm.
more of like I could have been controlled or victimized if I gave up everything.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I've made some notes on the words that you were using, and it's very interesting because let me just point like the interrogation part. Of course, when you feel that you're being interrogated, your walls would go up.
Of
You
course.
don't
Yeah.
want that. So that's why it's so much better when it's not. For me personally, if I want to know something about you, definitely I don't want you to feel like I'm interrogating you or being nosy, but I want
Right.
it to come across like I'm curious, like, I want to
Yeah.
figure you out. Like you seem to
Yeah.
be a mystery to me. I want to get to know you
Yeah.
more. So, really language as well and how you express that language to you. I think,
Yep.
if I see it that way, then it would be more likely for you to open up.
That
Yeah.
the way you just did it there was perfect. Smiling, I'm curious. My wife was Persian, so she was and very serious all the time, and so completely different culture, and it definitely felt interrogated, like the white lights on me, and I'm sitting down in a chair. It's a hostage video. It could have been a hostage
Oh,
video.
that's funny.
No, I can tell you some
Mm,
stories, but I'll
mm.
refrain.
That's
Self-control, I've learned.
now I also love when you said having that individuality because yesterday we had this topic about loneliness and our craving for
Right.
community, and people wants we are unique as person. We don't want to lose ourselves, especially in like when we're having a relationship. It's so easy to be entangled in the relationship
Right.
where you're not safe to express your authentic self. You're afraid to say the wrong word because it
Yeah.
might offend your partner and you don't want that to happen. So that is like a sign of entanglement when you have that in your background. And it's I would still notice that within my relationship. And whenever I see it, even if it's very scary, I still try. Like I notice those scary moments, and that's when I really
Yeah.
push myself even more. Like, oh no, we're heading in
You
the
you
wrong.
identified it. You
Yeah.
identified it. In other words, I think as humans, we have our radar up and
Mm,
we're trying to especially when we're going to have a sit down, a little powwow meeting.
mm-hmm,
And like as soon as the words would come up, I said, "Oh, here we go, the
mm,
hostage video," because I already knew what was up for
yeah.
me, because we had several. And what
Mm,
happens if I'm not revealing everything? And she really knew me inside and out. That was
mm,
the scary thing. She could tell by the way my eyes or my cheeks, I mean, my facial expressions. She was trying to read me like a book, you know. And I think the more somebody tried to read me like a book, the more I was trying to rip out the pages and stuff them in my pants. So she didn't understand. I like to keep it kind of like, you know, at least my personality,
mm-hmm.
little by little to keep some kind of mystery there. Whereas
Yeah.
she was reading me like a book. And
Mm,
so I kind of, it wasn't that I took offense to it, but
mm,
it was like, if you know me completely, then I have total loss of control to keep you interested in me.
yeah.
I would be a boring person to you.
Mm,
I mean, that's the way I felt. Um, I always, as an individual, I've always been a leader, type of a leader,
mm,
type of person. And I know one of the ways that you lead is by not telling everybody everything that you're doing. And you're able to lead in what looks like surprises, but they're well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everything out, all the options. Meanwhile, it's like a chess game. She wanted to know everything I was thinking,
Mm,
all the options.
mm,
And then she wanted to help me decide on everything that's going on in my brain, which I thought was very invasive. So
mm.
too intimate, if that makes sense.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I think yeah, that could be. It sounded like she's into this. She wants to know everything. She wants to take
yeah.
control. She wants that sense of
Well,
security that, I want to make sure that I know everything's going on in your head. And when you said,
well, it
yeah,
wasn't so much she was insecure. She wasn't worried that I was cheating or anything like that. But it was more that she loved me so much.
mm-hmm,
She wanted to know what ticked with me.
mm-hmm,
I mean, she had like a little private investigator mentality. She liked to.
mm,
She just was so interested in me being, somebody from halfway around the world.
mm-hmm.
Um, it's an infatuation. I can say it's almost a um,
Session?
not
No.
lust. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, obsession. Exactly. I was going to say lust, but no, lust wasn't the word. It was obsession.
Mm,
She was obsessed with me,
mm,
and to the point where um, it was dangerous. I mean, that's
mm,
what part of what happened to our relationship.
mm,
Um, Honestly, it was a lot of potential things that could have been controlled, but that we didn't know how to control it.
mm-hmm,
Um, and but we personally still love each other and still are together.